Hello there. Time to rest now. Time to let the day fade away and welcome the quiet of evening. Tonight, I'm going to tell you 5 stories about friendship. Real friendship, the kind that lasts, the kind that helps, the kind that stays true even when things are hard. These are Jataka tales, stories from the Buddha's past lives when he was learning about loyalty, kindness, and what it means to truly care for others. Friendship isn't just about having fun together, though that's part of it. Real friendship is about being there when someone needs you, about helping without being asked, about staying loyal even when it's not easy. Get comfortable now. Let your body sink into your bed. Let your breathing become slow and easy. Let your eyes close if they want to. These stories will carry you gently towards sleep. If you drift away before they end, that's just right. The stories will stay with you, working their gentle magic even in your dreams. Let's begin with the first story, about an elephant and a dog who became the best of friends. In a great kingdom, the king owned many elephants. They were working elephants, strong, intelligent, well cared for. They helped build palaces, carry heavy loads, and march in royal processions. Among these elephants was one who was special. He was the Buddha in another life, learning about friendship and loyalty. This elephant lived in the royal stables. He had everything he needed: good food, clean water, a comfortable place to sleep, kind handlers who took care of him. But he was lonely. The other elephants were busy with their own work, their own lives. The elephant had no one to talk to, no one to share his thoughts with, no one who truly understood him. One day, a stray dog wandered into the royal stables. He was small, skinny. His fur was matted. He'd been living on the streets, eating scraps, sleeping wherever he could find shelter. When he saw the royal stables, he thought maybe he could find some food there, maybe some water, maybe a safe corner to rest. He crept inside carefully, ready to run if anyone chased him away. But instead of chasing him, the elephant saw him. The elephant was eating from a large pile of rice mixed with vegetables and grains. He saw the little dog watching hungrily from the corner. Without hesitation, the elephant used his trunk to push some of his food toward the dog. The dog couldn't believe it. He approached carefully, sniffed the food, then ate hungrily. It was the best meal he'd had in weeks. When he finished, he looked up at the elephant, tail wagging gratefully. The elephant made a soft, rumbling sound the kind elephants make when they're content. The dog curled up near the elephant's feet and fell asleep, safe for the first time in a long time. From that day on, they were inseparable. Every day, the elephant would share his food with the dog. They would rest together. The dog would sleep curled against the elephant's side. The elephant would use his trunk to gently scratch the places the dog couldn't reach. They didn't need words. They understood each other in the way true friends do. The elephant was no longer lonely. The dog was no longer afraid. They had each other. The handlers noticed and smiled. "Look at those two," they would say. "Best friends." Months passed, a year. Their friendship grew stronger every day. Then one day, a farmer from a distant village came to the city. He saw the dog in the royal stables. "That's a good dog," the farmer said. "I need a dog to guard my fields. I'll buy him." Before anyone could stop him, the farmer paid some money to one of the handlers and took the dog away. The dog tried to resist, but the farmer held him firmly. He carried the dog away from the stables, away from the city, to his farm in a distant village. The elephant was heartbroken. He stopped eating. He wouldn't touch his food, wouldn't drink his water. He just stood in his stable, trunk hanging low, eyes sad. Days passed. The elephant grew weaker, thinner. The king heard about it and came to see for himself. "What's wrong with my elephant?" he asked the handlers. "Is he sick?" "We don't know, Your Majesty," they said. "He won't eat, won't drink. He just stands there, looking toward the stable entrance, as if he's waiting for something." The king was wise. He thought about this. "What changed?" he asked. "When did this start?" "It started the day the little dog was taken away," one handler said quietly. The king understood immediately. "Find that dog," he commanded. "Find him and bring him back. This elephant is dying of a broken heart." Servants were sent throughout the kingdom. They searched every village, every farm, asking about a small dog that had been taken from the royal stables. Finally, they found the farmer. They found the dog. "The king commands that this dog be returned," they said. The farmer had no choice. He gave the dog back. The servants brought the dog back to the royal stables. They set him down inside the elephant's stable. The dog saw the elephant and barked joyfully, running to his friend. The elephant's eyes lit up. He reached down with his trunk and gently touched the dog, making that soft, rumbling sound of happiness. That very evening, the elephant ate. He drank. His strength began to return. The king watched all of this and was moved. "True friendship," he said softly, "is worth more than gold, more than kingdoms. This elephant and this dog have shown me what loyalty means." He made a decree. The dog would live in the royal stables for the rest of his life, protected and cared for as an honored companion. And the elephant and the dog lived together happily for many, many years, teaching everyone who saw them that friendship is not about size or species or status. It's about the heart. It's about loyalty. It's about caring for each other, no matter what. Now the second story begins. This one is about an eagle who never forgot a kindness. In a forest far from any village, a hunter was setting traps. He was trying to catch birds to sell in the market. He set snares thin, nearly invisible loops that would tighten around a bird's leg if they landed in the wrong spot. That afternoon, a magnificent eagle was flying over the forest. He was strong, with sharp eyes and powerful wings. He was hunting for his own meal, looking for rabbits or fish. He spotted movement on the ground and dove down to investigate. But he didn't see the hunter's snare. His leg caught in the loop. The more he struggled, the tighter it became. He was trapped. He cried out in distress, flapping his wings, trying to free himself. But the snare held firm. A young boy was walking through the forest. He was a woodcutter's son, coming home from gathering kindling. He heard the eagle's cries and followed the sound. When he found the eagle, he saw immediately what had happened. The bird was caught in a hunter's trap. The boy knew this was valuable. Eagles were prized birds. He could take the eagle to the market and sell him for good money. His family was poor. The money would help. But when he looked into the eagle's eyes, he saw fear, pain, a desperate plea for help. The boy couldn't do it. He couldn't profit from another creature's suffering. He approached slowly, speaking softly. "It's all right. I'm going to help you. Please don't hurt me with your beak or talons. I'm trying to help." The eagle seemed to understand. He held still. The boy carefully loosened the snare. It had cut into the eagle's leg, but not too deeply. The eagle would heal. Finally, the snare fell away. The eagle was free. He looked at the boy for a long moment. Then he spread his wings and flew away, soaring up into the sky until he was just a speck against the clouds. The boy watched him go, smiling. He felt good. He'd done the right thing, even though it had cost him the money he could have earned. Years passed. The boy grew into a young man. He became a woodcutter like his father, working hard to support his family. One day, he was cutting wood deep in the forest when he heard sounds, voices, many voices, coming closer. He looked through the trees and saw soldiers, many soldiers. They wore the colors of a neighboring kingdom, a kingdom at war with his own. They were searching the forest, looking for anyone who might be hiding, anyone they could capture. The young man's heart raced. If they found him, they would either kill him or take him prisoner. He needed to hide. But where? He looked around desperately. There were no caves nearby, no dense thickets, just trees and open forest floor. Suddenly, he heard a sound from above, a familiar cry. He looked up. An eagle. The same eagle, older now, but unmistakable. The scar on his leg from the snare was still visible. The eagle was perched on a branch, looking directly at him. Then the eagle flew to a nearby tree and cried out again, as if calling him. The young man understood. He ran to the tree. It was a massive banyan with a hollow in its trunk, partially hidden by hanging roots. The eagle flew down and pushed aside some of the roots with his beak, revealing the hollow more clearly. The young man climbed inside. The eagle arranged the roots to hide the opening, then flew to a branch above and settled there, silent and watchful. The soldiers came closer. They searched the area thoroughly, walking right past the banyan tree, but they didn't see the hidden hollow. They didn't find the young man. Eventually, they moved on, deeper into the forest. The eagle waited until their voices faded completely. Then he cried out softly. The young man emerged from the hollow, his heart still pounding. He looked up at the eagle. "You remembered," he said softly. "After all these years, you remembered that I helped you." The eagle cried out once more, spread his wings, and flew away. The young man made his way home safely, never forgetting that a kindness given freely will often return to you when you need it most. That friendship and gratitude have long memories. That what we do for others matters more than we might ever know. Let's take a slow breath together, in gently and out softly. Good. The third story is about 4 very different friends who helped each other survive. In a forest near a great lake, 4 animals lived. They were all very different from each other, but they became the best of friends. There was a deer, swift and graceful. There was a woodpecker, clever and quick. There was a tortoise, slow but wise. And there was a mouse, small but resourceful. You might think these 4 couldn't possibly be friends. They were so different. They lived in different ways. They ate different foods. They moved at different speeds. But they understood something important, that differences don't separate friends. They make friendships stronger. Each friend had different strengths, and together they could help each other in ways none of them could manage alone. They met every evening by the lake. They shared stories. They looked out for each other. They warned each other of dangers. They kept each other company. One day, the deer didn't come to their meeting. The other 3 waited. The sun set. The stars came out. Still no deer. "Something's wrong," the tortoise said. "Deer is never late." "We should search for him," the mouse said. "I'll fly above and look," the woodpecker offered. "I can see more from the air." The woodpecker flew over the forest, searching, and he found the deer caught in a hunter's net, struggling helplessly. The woodpecker flew back to tell the others. "We have to help him," the mouse said immediately. "But how?" the tortoise asked. "I'm too slow to get there quickly. You're too small to break a net." "Woodpecker, your beak can't cut through rope." They thought carefully. Then they made a plan. "Mouse," the tortoise said, "you run ahead. Your teeth are sharp. You can gnaw through the ropes of the net." "Woodpecker," the mouse added, "you fly above and keep watch. If the hunter comes back, warn us." "And I," the tortoise said slowly. "Will follow as best I can. I may be slow, but I'll come to help." They set out immediately. The mouse ran through the forest as fast as his little legs could carry him. The woodpecker flew overhead, keeping watch. The tortoise followed behind, moving as quickly as a tortoise can, determined not to be left out. The mouse reached the trapped deer. Without hesitation, he began gnawing at the ropes. His teeth were small but sharp. He chewed and chewed. The woodpecker circled above, watching for any sign of the hunter. The ropes began to fray. One strand broke, then another. "Keep going," the deer whispered urgently. "You're doing it." More ropes broke. The net loosened. Suddenly, the woodpecker cried out, "The hunter is coming. I can see him through the trees." The mouse worked faster, his teeth flying over the ropes. The last rope broke. The deer was free. "Run," the mouse said. The deer bounded away into the forest, disappearing among the trees. The mouse started to run too, but the hunter arrived. He saw his torn net. He saw the small mouse. "You," he shouted, "you destroyed my net." He grabbed the mouse before the tiny creature could escape. The woodpecker circled above, crying out in distress. But he couldn't help. He wasn't strong enough to attack the hunter. The hunter put the mouse in a small cage and started walking toward the village, angry about his ruined net. As he walked, he passed the lake, and there, on the path ahead of him, was the tortoise. The hunter stopped. He stared. "Well, well," he said, his mood improving. "At least I'll catch something today." He set down the cage with the mouse and walked toward the tortoise. The tortoise couldn't run, couldn't escape. He had known this might happen, but he had come anyway, to help his friends. As the hunter bent down to pick up the tortoise, the deer burst from the forest. The hunter saw the deer and forgot all about the tortoise. He dropped everything and ran after the deer, thinking he could catch this much more valuable prize. The deer ran, leading the hunter farther and farther away. As soon as the hunter was out of sight, the woodpecker flew down to the cage. Using his strong beak, he pecked at the cage's simple latch until it opened. The mouse jumped out. "Thank you," he said. "Thank deer and tortoise," the woodpecker said. "Now let's go." They ran and flew as fast as they could back into the forest. Later that evening, all four friends met by the lake again. The deer had easily outrun the hunter and circled back safely. They looked at each other. "All safe, all together. We did it," the mouse said softly. "We saved each other." "Because we're friends," the deer said. "Because we help each other, no matter what." "Because we're different," the tortoise added wisely. "Each of us did what only we could do. Together, we're stronger than any of us alone." The four friends sat together by the lake, grateful for each other, understanding that true friendship means being willing to risk everything to help those you care about. The fourth story is shorter. It's about a mongoose who proved his loyalty. There was a family, a father, a mother, and their baby. They lived in a small house at the edge of a village. They also had a mongoose. He lived with them, not quite a pet, but a companion. The mongoose kept the house free of snakes and rats. In return, the family gave him food and a place to sleep. The mongoose loved the baby. He would sit near the cradle, watching over the infant protectively. One day, the mother needed to fetch water from the well. The father was working in the fields. The mother looked at the mongoose. "Watch over the baby," she said, not really expecting the mongoose to understand, but saying it anyway. The mongoose sat up straighter, as if accepting the responsibility. The mother left. The house was quiet. The baby slept peacefully. The mongoose sat by the cradle, alert and watchful. Then he heard something. a soft, sliding sound. Scales against earth. A cobra was entering the house through a gap in the wall. It was moving toward the cradle. The mongoose's fur stood on end. Every instinct screamed danger. Without hesitation, he attacked. The fight was fierce. The cobra struck with its poisonous fangs. The mongoose dodged and bit. They rolled across the floor, a tangle of fur and scales. Finally, the mongoose's teeth found the snake's neck. He held on. The cobra thrashed once more, then went still. Dead, the mongoose was wounded. Blood from the snake and from his own injuries stained his fur. He was exhausted, but the baby was safe, still sleeping peacefully, unaware of the battle that had just been fought. The mongoose lay down near the cradle, panting, keeping watch even though the danger had passed. The mother returned from the well. She entered the house and saw the mongoose, saw the blood on his fur, saw the blood on the floor. She looked at the cradle and screamed, "What have you done?" she cried, thinking the worst, that the mongoose had attacked her baby. Without thinking, overcome by fear and fury, she struck the mongoose with the water pot. The blow was hard, unexpected. The mongoose, already weak from fighting the snake, fell unconscious. The mother rushed to the cradle. The baby was fine, perfectly fine, safe and sleeping. And then she saw it. Behind the cradle, the dead cobra. She understood immediately. The blood on the mongoose's fur was from fighting the snake. The mongoose hadn't hurt the baby. He had saved the baby, and she had struck him for it. She fell to her knees beside the mongoose, tears streaming down her face. "What have I done?" she whispered. "You saved my child, and I hurt you." She carefully cleaned the mongoose's wounds. She gave him water. She stayed with him, praying he would wake up. Hours later, the mongoose stirred. His eyes opened. When he saw the mother, he didn't growl or run away. He simply looked at her with those same loyal eyes. She hugged him gently, crying. "I'm so sorry," she said. "I was wrong. I judged you without understanding. You are the truest, most loyal friend we could ever have." The mongoose recovered. He continued to live with the family for many years. The baby grew up with the mongoose always nearby, always watching, always protecting. And the mother never forgot the lesson that loyalty deserves trust, that we should understand before we judge, that sometimes the ones who love us most will risk everything to keep us safe. And we should honor that devotion, not doubt it. One last story now, the gentlest one, about a hermit who gave the greatest gift of all. In a forest lived a holy man, a hermit. He had left the busy world behind to live simply, meditating, studying, trying to understand the nature of life in peace. He lived alone in a small hut. He owned almost nothing, just a simple robe, a begging bowl, and his peace of mind. One day, a traveler came through the forest. He was lost, tired, hungry, and cold. Night was falling, and he was afraid. He saw the hermit's hut and approached hopefully. "Please," he said, "can you help me? I'm lost. I need shelter for the night." The hermit looked at this frightened, exhausted man. "Of course," he said gently. "Come in, rest." The traveler entered the small hut. The hermit gave him water to drink. He shared his simple meal, just rice and vegetables. But to the traveler, it tasted like a feast. As night fell, the temperature dropped. The forest grew cold. The traveler shivered. He had no blanket, no warm clothes, just the thin, tattered garments he wore. The hermit saw him shivering. The hermit himself had only one robe, the one he was wearing. But without hesitation, he took it off. "Here," he said, offering it to the traveler. You need this more than I do. But, the traveler protested, what will you wear? I will be fine, the hermit said, smiling. I have learned to be comfortable with very little. You need warmth tonight. The traveler wrapped himself in the robe gratefully. It was warm, soft, comforting. He fell asleep quickly, safe and protected. The hermit sat outside under the stars. The night was cold. His skin prickled with chill, but his heart was warm. He was happy, not because he was comfortable, but because he had helped someone, because he had given what he could, because he had put someone else's need before his own comfort. In the morning, the traveler woke. The hermit showed him the path back to the village. Thank you, the traveler said, trying to return the robe. Thank you for everything. Keep it, the hermit said. I gave it freely. It's yours now, but you'll be cold. The hermit smiled. I'll find another robe, or I won't. Either way, I'll be fine. The greatest gift isn't what we keep for ourselves. It's what we give to others. The traveler left, changed by the hermit's kindness. He never forgot that night, and he spent the rest of his life trying to be as generous, as selfless, as kind as the hermit who had given him everything he had. Years later, when the traveler was old, he told his grandchildren about the hermit. That man, he said, taught me what true friendship is. True friendship isn't just for people we know well, it's for everyone. It's about giving not because we expect something back, but because helping others is the most important thing we can do. And so all 5 stories are complete. The elephant and the dog who loved each other, the eagle who remembered a kindness, the 4 friends who saved each other, the mongoose who proved his loyalty, the hermit who gave everything. 5 stories about friendship, real, true, lasting friendship, the kind that helps, the kind that sacrifices, the kind that never gives up. Let these stories rest in your heart as you drift towards sleep. You don't need to have 100 friends, you just need real ones. Friends who care, friends you can trust, friends who will help you, and friends you'll help in return. The night is peaceful, the stars are shining. All the friends in these stories are resting now. The elephant and dog are sleeping side by side. The eagle is perched in his tree, watching over the forest. The 4 friends are together by their lake. The mongoose is curled near the cradle. The hermit is meditating under the stars. And you can rest too, knowing that friendship is one of the greatest gifts in the world, that helping others matters, that loyalty is precious, that kindness creates ripples that go on forever. Take one more slow, peaceful breath. Feel how safe you are, how loved, how connected to all the good things in the world. Good night. May your dreams be filled with friendship and love. Rest well.